I think that we need a toast, don't you? Here we go. To us.
To us. James, I'm a little afraid of this.
Afraid of what?
I didn't have any lunch, and, well, this might make me a little dizzy. Do you think you could find something for us to eat?
Certainly. I'll, run down and get something as quick as I can.
What's the matter?
Nothing. You're just very beautiful.
More. I have to know more.
She's a precious lass, my lady.
Thank you.
Well, she certainly has a healthy set of lungs.
Shall I try to call you, my lady? No, I'll see if I can quiet her.
Oh, the young lady's making her presence felt in the world, isn't she? Yes. Wife, on your way to Westbury, leave her with a wet nurse, for my ears will no longer be sullied by her sounds.
Are you coming, husband?
No, I think I'll delay a bit.
Deirdre, who's that man with the silver buttons?
I'm sure I don't know, my lady. Are you bent on finding out? I have my handkerchief. I could always drop it.
No need to do that. Take Catherine, please.
Yes, ma'am. Come on. Yes. No.
How long have you been standing there?
Not long.
Were you just standing there watching me?
I didn't want to disturb you. You looked as if you were very far away.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just a little jittery. But I'm fine.
As the World Turns.
So there we were, a room full of people waiting on one resident again.
I'm sorry, something came up.
Yes, and I'll bet it was real important, too.
You're right, it was important. It was terribly important.
So important that you couldn't phone and have me paged, you couldn't interrupt what you were doing, is that it?
Jeff, I said I was sorry.
Now, an apology is no good here. I mean, suppose you were scheduled for surgery. Would you put your personal life ahead of that?
Everybody knows that there were no lives at stake. This was not a medical crisis. We're having a chart review.
Dr. Stewart, all I know is that you kept me and the other residents waiting, and they in turn had to keep their patients waiting. Now, you've got to get this idea out of your head that you are the center of this universe, because you're not. This hospital does not revolve around you, and the sooner you learn that, the better.
How could I think the hospital revolves around me? That's really preposterous. Everybody knows it revolves around you. Next time, I'll remember that.
I've just been talking to your sister, and I wanted to come straight over and tell you, too.
My goodness, you sound so serious.
Yeah, it is. It is. To us, it is.
Well, what is it?
Well, you know, this separation from your mother's, it was a trial sort of thing, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it was.
I guess we just didn't want to face the real decision, didn't want to admit how things really have changed.
Oh, Daddy.
And more, since your mother and I have been apart, it gets clearer and clearer that there's just no chance that we can get together anymore.
What are you saying to me that Mommy, you and Mom are gonna get a divorce?
I'm sorry, honey. If there'd been any way to avoid this. Honey, we tried.
Oh, I know you did, Daddy, I know. I know there's something that's, between you and Mom, and, well, Annie and I have no right to say what you should or shouldn't do, but I guess I can't pretend that I don't want the family to stay together. But, well, I guess that's not important. It's what's right for you.
Well, thank you for trying to understand.
Well, I want you and Mom to be happy, and if that means, getting a divorce, then what can I say?
If it's any consolation, I feel terrible about it, too.
Well, I guess there's something inside me that just wanted things to stay the same forever and ever. You know what I mean?
Your sister feels bad about it, too.
Dad. I know my problems, they really didn't help you and Mom. And I know I've said this before, but I'm afraid that my marriage to John really did put a strain on you and Mom. Both of you, really.
Honey, this is not your fault.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But the only way I could really be free of it all is if I knew that you and Mom found a life that was happy and good for you. Because I really want that. I hope that happens. I love the two of you very much, you know that?
Look, I told all of you that when you entered this program to forget about your private lives. This program is going to have to come before any personal relationships. You're going to work until you drop. And when you don't think you can keep your eyes open anymore, I'm going to assign you another case. Now, on top of all of this, I want you all looking immaculate. Okay? I don't care if you've spent 8 hours in the OR and you come staggering out. I want you to be a credit to this hospital. Brian, I see a foliage on your chin there. Looks like it could be used to clean pots and pans. Now, if you can't grow that on your own time, I think you should shave it off.
Well, you just said that we wouldn't have any time to ourselves.
That's right, Brian. So there is only one logical solution, isn't there? Right. Now, back to this chart review that our colleague here has missed. I want you to know that I'm going to review every case.
Dr. Ward, I wonder if I could talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, excuse me, please.
Listen, you were part of the team that did the OOB
Oh,
valve.
did you get any tape?
Right?
Sure.
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, I just opened the clothes for Dr. Patterson.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, because I gotta know how long the patient was on the heart lung machine in Patterson's out there.
Well, I'll tell you something. I don't know that I don't have the records in my head, but I guess I can dig them up. How soon do you need them?
Well, I'll need them as soon as you can get them. See, the patient is back here, and we're trying to do a review of surgical history.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. I will get those records to you as soon as I can, okay?
Okay, good. Fine, thanks.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. As I was saying about the chart review. It's not merely routine, it is essential. Do I make myself clear about that? Are there any questions? From anybody?
Yes, hello, Fashions Limited. Oh, yes, You're calling from, is that Virginia? Oh, Vermont, I'm sorry, of course. All right. And will this be cash or will this be your credit card? All right, give me that number, please.
Yes. If you already have a charge with us, we can take a phone order. Right.
Certainly.
Fine. Call us back when you decide.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes, well, it's the same thing. It's just only one caller. That's it. We'll get it right out to you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Oh, my ear.
I would like just about 5 minutes between calls so I can catch my breath.
Oh, well, you better catch it in a hurry, honey, before the ding-a-lings start going again.
Lisa.
Yes, what?
I want to thank you for that squib about me in your column.
Oh, my column, whatever you're talking about.
Yes, yours, Dolly, dear. That was quite a story. A bit naughty. I hope I'm not getting too notorious here in Oakdale.
Oh, no, people are going to absolutely love it. They eat that stuff up with a spoon.
Even John Dixon?
Oh, well, who cares? I hope he reads it. Oh, I really hope he reads it. Oh, he will be so burned up, he'll feel like he sat on a cactus. Just a big old thorn ramming right up his glutamus. That's nice. That's not being naughty at all. That's a very scientific word. Lisa the Pure. What else?
Well, I don't know if he'll be too sore about that little jab.
Ariel, I just don't understand you, honey.
Well, why not?
Well, I can credit you with having a lot of good common sense. But to really sort of go for this man, that I don't understand.
You don't? Well, I hope no one does.
Why do you say that?
I wouldn't want anyone to understand me altogether. I think any woman who's really easy to understand has lost an air of mystery about her. You may laugh at that, but I believe it's true.
Oh, I honestly must say that I have never seen anything sillier than a woman trying to be mysterious when there's no mystery about her at all.
Well, when she has no mystery about her or nothing to be mysterious about, she's in deep trouble. Lisa, before I forget. Here.
What's this?
Well, I'm having a tiny little party for all the people in town that have been especially kind to me, and you, Lisa Coleman, are very high on that list.
How sweet, Ariel. You didn't have to do... Well, we love doing what we did for you, and what you've done for us. Well, you have been absolutely essential to the whole running of this whole thing. The catalogs are beautiful with your pictures and everything.
Hello.
Oh, Dee, hi.
Why isn't the phone ringing?
Oh, please, the phones, well, perhaps they've just coughed, choked, and up and died, or maybe in my frenzy I shot them.
Well, if you feel that way, you're not going to like what I have to say. I have some more mailing lists right here.
Oh,
3 of them,
please.
as a matter
You know
of
what
fact.
I might do? I might just shoot you instead of the phone.
What's the matter? You don't want to extend our circulation?
Are you kidding? My dear, the phones have been ringing all morning. We got a phone call from Vermont.
Vermont? That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Isn't that
Vermont.
true? Yes. I think it's really terrific. In fact, if it keeps up like this, you know what we're going to have to do?
What?
We're going to have to get an answering service. And if we do that, I've decided that we should take that from your profits. It's all your fault, Dee.
Well, that's quite all right. Be my guest.
Dee.
Yes.
Before I forget, I have something for you. I do hope you can come.
What is it?
That's all there in the invitation.
Not to worry, girls.
bye.
I'll get it. Silly phones. Hello, Fashions Limited. Oh, Mrs. Morris. Of course I remember. Yes, you have an order right here. I remember just writing it up for you. What? The wrong size? Oh, dear. Oh, you're not a 10 anymore. A 12. Well, why don't you just send back the one that you have?
You know, it's been going on like that all day.
Oh, good. That's good. That's a big relief.
No problem.
This is great. I'll be delighted to come. Thank you.
Good. It's nothing formal, just my small way of showing my appreciation to you all for making me feel so welcome.
All right. And I hope you feel.
There is one last thing. I do not want any of you swapping assignments. I assign surgical duties based on a teaching basis, based on each person's particular need for a particular experience. Is that understood? Good. Now, does anyone have any contributions to make to this discussion? You mean to say that no one objects to the way that we do things here at this hospital? All right, then let's get back to work. Did I say something that was funny?
Nothing, Dr. Ward, nothing.
I don't see any reason for you to be laughing.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
Well, then don't.
Barbara, I wish I understood.
What's so hard to understand?
Darling, I want desperately for things to be between us the way they used to be. And at times I feel that you want that too.
Yes.
But there are other times I feel so... I feel you're so far away from me that I can't even reach you.
James, I'm sorry. I know I've been difficult.
Look, in the past, I mean, you did have reasons to be angry with me, but you know that that's not true anymore.
I know. James, did you ever wear a beard?
That's a very strange question.
Did you?
No, never. What made you ask that?
Nothing. Just wondered.
Barbara, would you like for me to leave? I know that sometimes you like to be alone.
No, don't go. No, I want you here.
You do, and you don't.
No, James, I'm glad you're here. I really am.
Darling, I have to ask you something. Is Paul the only reason you want this marriage to work?
Of course not. You know that.
Sometimes I don't think I know anything anymore.
James, I need for us to be together. When we're not, it frightens me.
I want you so much. And I need you. And I love you.
Please don't let anything happen to me. Just hold me.
Hi, David. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right, I guess. Well, you got a present for me there?
No, no such luck. Stationery for my new boss.
New boss? Who's he?
Dr. Dixon.
Dixon?
Yeah, I'm helping him answer all the mail from his book, you know?
Didn't know you needed a job. Why are you working for him?
Well, I enjoy it. Look, David, just because you dislike John doesn't mean I have to. You sound like Jeff.
Well, we have reasons for the way we feel.
He helped you. He saved your life.
Well, he didn't do it out of the goodness of his heart. Don't defend him to me. I know you do it out of a sense of fairness, and I forgive you because you just don't know. And no amount of telling you is going to make you know. I shouldn't have said anything. It's your life. It's your job.
Right.
Also, Karen, I'm not in a very good mood right now.
What's wrong?
Ellen and I are getting a divorce.
You are?
Yeah, and I feel, well, I don't feel very good about it.
I'm sorry. Listen, David, is this something you don't want talked about?
Well, people will find out about it sooner or later.
Would it be all right if I told Mom?
No, I'd rather you didn't.
Well, you did just say that people are going to talk.
Well, I just don't want her to think. Karen, I don't know what this is going to mean for me or your mother. And I don't know what's in the future. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Not very well. No.
Well, I've got to get used to the idea. I'm not at all happy about this. I just sort of have to feel my way. That's all.
Listen, I want you to do a paracentesis on Dobbs. Do you need me, or can you do it alone? No, I can do it. I watched it a few times. All right, good. Hi.
Hey, listen, have you got that information for me?
Yeah, here it is. I need it back, though, John.
Good,
all right?
you got it. Hey, listen, I'm on my way to the office.
I want you to check the pulse and respiration, okay? Don't worry about it. You'll do fine. Don't worry about it, okay? What's the matter, John?
Nothing. I'm just standing here smiling, that's all. Just smiling.
Smiling at what, John?
Well, because I feel like smiling and because it's such a happy day.
Ah, just filled with the joy of living. Is that it, John?
Yes, it is. My book's a hit.
Uh-huh.
Say, listen, I noticed that your staff, the real fun-loving bunch of guys, really spirited bunch of people there.
Well, why do you say that, John?
Well, they just seemed so lively, you know, so spirited to me. I'll see you later, okay?
I don't know. Is it just me, or is everybody a little wacky today here?
I'm afraid it's you.
What?
What the well-dressed man will wear.
Now, I wonder who put this on me.
Well, it wasn't me.
Right. Well, they're going to have to learn that this is a hospital and not a fraternity house.
And listen to you. I'm beginning to think the person who put that on you had a point. See you later, grouch. I got the stationery and the stamps.
Oh, good going.
You reading your publicity?
What?
You haven't seen it.
What are you talking about? Seen what?
Dolly Valentine is up to her old tricks.
Dolly Valentine.
Uh-huh.
Where?
Read it.
Beautiful Ariel Aldrin was in the process of modeling a piece of very on-team apparel at a local boutique when Dr. John Dixon crashed the party, so to speak, demanding to talk to the lovely model in spite of her déshabillé. The woman doesn't even write in English. Miss Aldrin and the impetuous doctor seem to be something of an item these days. Oh, crying out
What's
loud.
the matter?
It's a lot of hokum, that's what's the matter.
You mean you're not seeing Ariel Aldrin?
I don't even know the woman.
Well, why don't you write the paper a letter of denial?
Well, I would, except there is a bit of truth in that, sandwiched among all the pornographic French. So I can't deny it completely.
You mean that she was modeling lingerie. That is what on-team apparel means, isn't it?
It does, and she was.
And when you saw how she was dressed, you left right away.
Well, no, I didn't. No, not right away. I had come to apologize.
Apologize for what?
For that kind of stuff this Valentine woman here writes in a newspaper, and I'm gonna have to apologize again.
Well, you may just get that chance. Your daughter stopped by a little while ago and left you this. It's from Miss Aldrin. Margot said it was an invitation.
Miss Aldrin is giving a dinner party. I'm invited. I'd be a fool to go to that.
Why?
Because this Dolly Valentine will probably have the place bugged.
You do not think that's her real name?
No, I don't think that's her real name, and I have a pretty good idea who Dolly Valentine is. And if it's who I think it is, she's in big trouble.
Dr. Stewart, may I have a moment of your valuable time, please?
Sure.
I found this pasted on my back, and I am very anxious to thank the person who did it, you see, because we doctors go unappreciated, and I don't think that this should go unacknowledged.
Well, I saw it. We all saw it.
You saw it, or you put it there?
Jeff, I'm sure who did it in fun.
Fun. Ah, fun. Fun for me or fun for everybody else who saw it?
Listen, you don't need to take it so seriously.
No? Well, what about the staff who saw it? It makes me feel kind of foolish, you know?
I'm sure they knew it was just a joke. I'm sorry.
So it was you who pasted it on there?
Well, you were treading on me pretty heavily.
I see. Treading on you pretty heavily. Let me tell you something. The next time that you want to write a poison letter, I think you should do it in private. Be a little less humiliating to me, you know? I'll see you.
I think I'm in trouble.
Oh, come on. He wouldn't hold it against you, would he?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
So that's the way it is. I don't know if he's divorcing her or she's divorcing him, but it's all over but the shouting, as they say.
Oh, well. Stewards, huh? That's really something, I think. Golly, that is something. This, the nest has finally burst apart at the seams, eh?
Well, I guess it shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I mean, they have been living apart for quite a while.
Yeah, I know, but that's a separation. And this is, this going to court. That kind of makes it official, you know? Almost poetic.
What do you mean, poetic?
Well, I know. There seems to be a kind of weird sort of justice in this whole thing.
Not sorry about this, are you, John?
Oh, no, wait a minute. I don't wish them any unhappiness. I don't wish it on anyone, really. It just seems to me they're getting a taste of their own medicine.
Darling, you say that you want me to keep you safe, but you won't tell me what you're frightened of.
I can't. I don't know how to describe it. It's so strange. James, be patient, please. Sometimes I feel as if I'm slipping away from you. That if you don't stay close to me, that I'm going to lose you, and that scares me.
Well, that's not going to happen. Because nothing can keep me away from you. I'm going to stay right with you. Always. Nothing can separate us.
Do you promise?
I promise. I want, more than anything else in this world, for you to be my wife again. Damn.
Don't answer it.
I won't.
Maybe better.
Listen, nothing is as important as the two of us.
James, you better see who it is. I'll be right down.
Hi, James.
Well, hello, Dee. Come in. Come in.
Thank you, thank you.
We weren't expecting you.
No, and I'm sorry if I'm disturbing you, but I have something I want to share with you and Barbara. I just came from the salon. Is she here?
Oh, she'll be down in just a moment.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, then I will wait because it's news for the two of you. Hi.
Hi, what is it, Dee? Do they need me at the salon?
Well, they need about 12 people, but not you specifically, no.
Oh, it's going that well, huh?
You wouldn't believe it. Ever since the catalog went out, the phone has been ringing off the hook. Lisa is in an absolute dither. We're thinking about hiring someone to answer the phones or getting an answering service or something like that.
And all this is because of the catalog.
I never imagined it would go this well. I'm even thinking of expanding now. I mean, we could go national or something like that. Well, making $1 million may not be new to you, but Lisa and I are freaking out.
Well, that's just wonderful, Barbara. Don't you think so? Barbara?
What?
Well, I think that you and Dee and Lisa have made a wonderful business decision. I think the three of you should be congratulated.
Well, yes, of course, it was your idea.
Barbara, this is only the beginning. We're gonna triple or quadruple our buying, even more than that. I mean, We're gonna have to get a new buyer now. You and Lisa are not gonna be able to handle the whole thing. I think the problem is gonna be to maintain the quality but expand the quantity. Come on, get excited about it. James, you were such a big help. You were with
Excuse me, David, you have a minute? Talk to you for a minute?
Sure, go ahead. Louise, would you take care of these now for me? Thank you. All right, what is it, John?
I just heard a rumor that you and Ellen were getting a divorce. Is that true?
Spare us your condolences, will you,
No,
John?
wait a minute. Listen. I know how you feel.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. I'm sure that you and Ellen didn't come by this decision lightly. I know there's a lot of pain and suffering involved in something like this. No, wait a minute, please, listen to me. It's just when an exemplary marriage like yours busts apart. My goodness. Well, everyone starts to think, boy, oh boy, if it could happen to them. I imagine it could happen to me. Give us all a kind of an insecure feeling, you know what I mean?
Are you making a point, John, or can I go now and go back?
I guess I just find it rather ironic that this is happening to you and Ellen so soon after it happened to Dee and myself.
And you find some connection there?
Yes, I do. I think it's a real twist of fate since you and Ellen worked so hard to break up my marriage. And now you find yourself in the same situation. Maybe only the Almighty could have such a sense of rhythm and irony. And that's really what it is, isn't it? It's kind of like a musical composition. But how would you express irony musically? I realize I just said that, but when I think about it, I think I write better than I talk, actually.
I'm glad you find it so cosmically interesting, John.
Wait. Hold for me. You're letting us off early. Why?
Oh, so count your blessings. There are no more surgeries scheduled today.
But you'll make up for it tomorrow, won't you?
That's right.
I'm sorry about that stupid sign. Oh, come on. I'm apologizing.
I hear you.
You still mad at me?
Hey, getting mad at you would be a waste of time. I figure we've got to go through this at least once a year.
Go through what?
Well, there's always a couple of residents who think they're smart. They've got some lessons to learn, you know? Now that you're getting off early, I expect you back here at 7 a.m. sharp.
I know, it's engraved on my skull.
Mm-hmm. And from now on, I expect it to be strictly business, you understand?
I hear.
Hey, I'm going to get even with you, kiddo. You can bet your life on that one.
Darling, is there anything else I can get you?
What? No, no, thank you. It was lovely.
Are you feeling a little better now?
I think so. I can't be sure.
Don't you know?
Well, right now I'm fine.
But you weren't before.
Not when you went downstairs to get dinner, no. I don't like being away from you.
I tell you, that's taken care of easily enough. I'll just never leave your side.
Might get kind of bored with that. James, I can't tell you how important you are to me now.
Well, I would like to think that I've always been important to you. I am your husband.
Well, it's different now. Will you think I'm crazy if I tell you something?
go right ahead.
Sometimes I think that you're the only person in the whole world that can keep me from having these thoughts that I'm having.
Come here. Listen, I'll help you. I'll stay with you. I want more than anything to be your husband again.
James, I need you. I need you.
Oh, Dr. Dixon.
Hi, I'm sorry to, bother you like this without calling. Have you got a minute?
Oh, of course. Come in, please. Excuse the way I'm dressed. I wasn't expecting anyone.
Oh, that's okay. Listen, have you read today's paper?
No. Why? Should I have? I'm sorry, Doctor. Can I get you something to drink?
No, that's all right.
Well, please, sit down.
You remember that gossip columnist who wrote that charming article about you and me in the newspaper?
Dolly Valentine.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Well, it seems she's done it again.
Oh, mine. I've been leading such an exemplary life.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's you that she's after so much as it is me. She's determined to make me out of some sort of lech who has designs for you.
Well, what did she say? Today, I mean.
She managed to get wind of the time I visited you over at Fashions Limited when you were being photographed.
You mean when I did those lingerie shots? She wrote about that?
Right.
Oh,
And to hear
no.
her tell it, it sounds like I deliberately came by to, it's all very scurrilous, you know? You know, if I was absolutely sure as to who this woman was, I'd shut her up in a hurry.
Well, that's dreadful. Have you spoken to the newspaper? Maybe they can tell you what her real name is.
Yeah, they, what do they call it? Stonewall. But I have my suspicions, and they're very good suspicions, believe me.
Well, who do you think it is?
Well, I'd rather not say right now. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I've asked you a personal question.
No, that's all right. It's just I don't want to go around making any false accusations, you know?
Tell me, Doctor, have you gotten the invitation to the party?
Oh, your dinner party. Yes, I did.
I do
but-
hope you'll come. It's a very small gathering, and I'd hate for you not to be there.
Well, I tell you, in light of all this publicity that you and myself are getting, I don't know, maybe it's not a good idea if I do come.
Now, we're not going to let this terrible person, whoever he or she is, get to us, are we?
Well, I don't intend to, no.
I'd be heartbroken if you didn't join us.
Yeah? You're not afraid this Valentine woman is going to make a big item out of it?
Well, I don't care if she does. I just refuse to be intimidated by malicious gossip, don't you?
Doesn't bother you?
No, not in the least.
Yeah?
Please, say you'll come.
Okay, why not? Include me in.
Good.
Well, I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing before I interrupt.
Well, see you at the party then.
Okay, all right.
And, thank you so much for dropping by. I hope you'll do it again sometime.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night. I go to the party after.
It's a fierce night to be out, ma'am. Can't we be turning back?
No, I love nights like this.
Wait, it's not safe out here.
Deirdre, go back to the house.
Are you sure, my lady? Aren't you
Do
to be alone
as
out here?
I say. Go back to the house. I'll be there shortly.
As you wish, my lady.
Good evening, Lady Bianca.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Geoffrey Smythe Everett, my lady. I've been away at sea for 5 years. This is my first trip home to England. I may have lost my bearings.
Please, I mustn't dally.
Oh, please don't go. In all my life, I never saw a woman as beautiful as you.
I don't think my husband would like your saying that.
Your husband needn't know.
You don't understand. I have a child.
I know. I was at the christening. I saw you there. I also saw a woman who wasn't really very happy with her life.
No, you're wrong.
Am I?
Barbara's everything all right?
Fine.
Huh?
Go back to sleep.
Furs by Christie Brothers. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.